You told the LA Times at some point in the run-up to Gopher Sisters, there are independent films. There's not an independent film business. What does that mean? That interested me a lot.
Well, the business in the sense that there's money there, that there's a there. You know, there are, you know, the films come in and so few of them actually make any money. So few of them get in advance when they get a distributor.
Right.
So few of them basically show up on the charts at all and hang out for instance, you know, Gopher Sisters will probably play in almost every major city in America eventually for 1 week. Because there are so many other movies coming in there, and it's great for the audience because there's a new movie every week. It's great for the distributor because there's a new movie every week.
But it's not hanging around.
But it's not hanging around, and generally the filmmakers, the producers of the movie start making their money about the third week. Yeah. Because the first week is eaten up with publicity money and all that other
And if there is no third week,
then you're not making much money.
Not making money. I also think that maybe, and see if you agree with this, that the definition of independent film or independent filmmaker has changed. You know, 5 or 10 years ago, we may have thought that a Wes Anderson or a David O. Russell or a Paul Thomas Anderson, these are people who we thought of as independent filmmakers. But the films that they make now are studio films. They've got a lot more money behind them. They're not making films in 19 days for less than $1 million.
Yeah, my definition has always been, that's the economic definition of an independent filmmaker. Basically, if a filmmaker starts out with a story they want to tell, and this is, you know, partly, I got spoiled because I started as a novelist. Right. And I got to control what went into the book. There was so little money in literature,
you at least had that.
Publishing, I had that control. That, you know, if you start with a story you want to tell, and you tell that story, and you don't, for whatever reason, you know, the old phrase from Vietnam, we had to destroy the village in order to save it. Right. You know, sometimes if you cast the wrong person, that will ruin your movie. It won't be the movie that you want to make. It won't be the story you want to tell. If you do that, you're an independent filmmaker. Yeah. If you hold out for that. Right. No matter whose money
This is the Chris Cooper example, right? The fact that you get to cast Chris Cooper or anybody else you choose to.
Absolutely. Yeah. And there are independent filmmakers, independent of mine, who have more power than others because they're, and quite honestly, it's tied to their last 2 movies and how much money they made.
Did they do well?
Yeah.
Right.